Halloween is the time of year when we see doorsteps decorated with carved pumpkins and fake cobwebs. Everyone dresses in spooky costumes on October 31 for trick or treating and themed parties. But have you ever wondered why we celebrate Halloween or where the traditions came from? We're going to find that out and so much more with these Halloween facts. But before we begin, here's a short video with our 5 favorite Halloween facts from this list. Are you ready to be spooked? If so, you're ready for these Halloween facts that you need to know. Owls are associated with witches. In medieval Europe, owls were often thought to be a form that witches take when in flight. Folklore said that if you heard an owl's hoot, someone was about to die. Owls have become a popular decorative animal at Halloween because of this historical connection to witches. The largest pumpkin ever carved weighed over 1,800 elves. Scott Cully broke the record for carving the largest pumpkin, based on size, into a jack-o'-lantern on October 30, 2010 in New York. Cully attempted the world record. The pumpkin weighed 1,810.5 lb, 821.23 kg. And although it is the largest in diameter jack-o'-lantern carved, it is not the heaviest. The largest jack-o'-lantern to be carved based on weight was carved by a team of 3 on October 6, 2018, weighing 2,077 AU-EE, 940.112 kg. Halloween parties were encouraged to get kids off the streets. In the late 18s, Halloween started to become a night of terror, and sometimes tricks got seriously out of hand. This began to give Halloween a reputation as being a destructive time of year, and some youths used it as an excuse to be naughty. So in the 20th century, Halloween parties started to become more popular. The idea was for families and neighborhoods to celebrate together, and the concept of having friends over to play games instead of causing trouble on the streets became a trend. Halloween parties would entail telling ghost stories, playing traditional games, and feasting on Halloween-themed treats. There is a reason why black and orange are the colors of Halloween. You may be wondering why orange and black are the 2 most prominent colors at Halloween. Orange is one of the main colors as it represents fall, which is the season Halloween falls, and pumpkins, which are a popularly harvested crop at that time of year. Black is the other color associated as it symbolizes death and darkness as summer comes to an end. The fear of Halloween is called Samhainophobia. The word Samhainophobia comes from the word Samhaina, which means summer's end. Most cases of Samhainophobia are caused by a traumatic experience or panic attack around certain elements of Halloween. When exposed to these elements, it is likely that you will feel symptoms such as nausea, anxiety, shaking, and sweating. When shops start to decorate for Halloween, people who suffer from Samhainophobia will become exposed to elements that might trigger them. Statistically, fewer babies are born on Halloween. Naturally, when you're planning to have a child, you have some choice in the date or time of year of birth. If you are superstitious about Halloween, then you can roughly plan around it. Not only has this factor contributed to the low birth rate on Halloween, but studies have revealed that willpower can be a powerful tool in giving birth. Research suggests that the human mind can influence hormones, and when it comes to birth, if the mind is not ready, then in some cases it can be put off for a small period of time. A report in Social Science Medicine explained that on Halloween, births are reduced by around 11.3% compared to any other day in the US. Pumpkin smashing is a sport in the US. At the end of every Halloween, we are left with an abundance of pumpkins that have started to slowly rot away. So what better way to dispose of them than having a big get together and smashing them up? The popular sport has become a regular tradition across the US. In Asheville, North Carolina, everyone gets together to have a day of smashing, drinking beer, and hanging out. The smashed pumpkins get taken to be used as compost for local. There are even world records being set for pumpkin smashing. On November 3, Ronald Sarchian successfully smashed a total of 49 pumpkins in 1 minute, creating a new record. The record was broken in Van Nuys, California, USA. Halloween traditions have been around since 4000 BC. Halloween-related celebrations and beliefs have been around for an estimated 6,000 years. Traditions are believed to have come from ancient Celtic harvest tradition. The Gaelic festival Samhain is considered one of the roots of Halloween, as there are many similarities and thoughts about the veil between life and death being at its thinnest. The largest haunted house takes nearly an hour to walk through. In 2015, Guinness World Records named Cutting Edge Haunted House the world's largest walk-through haunted house. Cutting Edge is a haunted house built inside an abandoned meatpacking factory in Fort Worth, Texas. The total length of the walk through house is 2,261 feet, 689 m, and it will take around 50 minutes to walk through. In Missouri, you can only trick or treat if you are under the age of 14. In the town of Belleville, located in Missouri, trick or treating is only for children. There is a blanket rule that you can only ask for candy whilst trick or treating if you are in or below the 8th grade, or 13 to 14 years old. In Mexico City, over 13,000 people created the largest synchronized thriller dance. On August 29, 2009, the Instituto de la Juventud del Gobierno del Distrito Federal hosted the world's largest thriller dance. 13,597 people gathered in Mexico City to take part in a synchronized thriller dance. They broke the world record just in time for Halloween in 2 months after Michael Jackson's death. The world's largest temporary corn maze covered 60 acres. Halloween is the best time of year to visit a corn maze and spook your friends whilst getting lost in the fields. The world's largest temporary corn maze was made in Dixon, California, USA in 2014. Cool Patch Pumpkins decided to attempt to create the world's largest maze covering an amazing 60 acres. New York's Village Halloween Parade is the biggest in the U.S. The Village Parade of Greenwich Village, Lower Manhattan, was initiated in 1973. On average, the parade attracts around 2 million spectators and consists of an average of 50,000 people taking part. The parade is quite spontaneous, and anyone can join the march at any point without getting a ticket. Although this is the largest parade in the world, it is not considered the largest gathering for Halloween. The average trick or treater will collect around 7,000 calories on Halloween. The average American will eat around 3.4 lb, 1.54 kg of candy on Halloween. That's around 3 cups, 384 g of sugar that is consumed on the night of Halloween. The average child on Halloween will consume up to 7,000 calories from candy, which is the equivalent of 13 Big Mac. Americans will purchase a total of around 600 million lbs, 272 million of candy each year for Halloween. That is the equivalent of 6 ships the size of the Titanic. Many shelters across the U.S. don't allow people to adopt a black cat at Halloween. Much like at Christmas, when shelters and pounds are overwhelmed with puppies and kittens that are unwanted Christmas presents, similar events occur at Halloween. Many shelters across the U.S. refuse to rehome black cats at Halloween. This is mostly in fear for their lives and well-being. Sadly, some people go to the extreme when it comes to decorating their homes for Halloween and will go to the lengths of adopting black cats to enhance the atmosphere. It is also feared that die-hard Halloween fans might be tempted to use black cats in their rituals, or even worse, sacrifice. Black cats across the U.S. have some of the lowest adoption rates and one of the highest euthanasia rates. As a result, some shelters like to take advantage of this time of year and don't put any restrictions.